It's already coming up to summer, and damn, where does the time go? It's nearly the end of the damn year. But all that means is that there is a lot of games coming out this summer, including some DLCs that everyone's excited for. So in case you missed the games coming out, we need to run through these 35 PlayStation games coming out in summer of 2024. And stick around to the end of the video if you want to hear about the new merch coming. And my gosh, look at Neutro. Starting off June, if you're someone who plays Destiny, Destiny's bringing out a DLC, The Final Shape. And if you think this is the last DLC for Destiny 2, it isn't. There'll probably be more. I knew it! Now, I haven't played Destiny in a long time, but I used to love Destiny 1 when it came out. But when games are rinsed for so long, I just get bored. What I've read is that you don't technically need to play the previous storylines to take part, but you will miss out on a lot of loot and weapons. It's going to take around 9 to 12 hours, what I've seen online, to complete this DLC. Yeah, it's quite a high price for a DLC. And honestly, if there's someone that knows Destiny, let us know. Is this a good place to start? Killer Clowns from Outer Space is made from the horror movie Killer Drowns from Outer Space. Yes, this is an online multiplayer, but if you like Dead by Daylight, chances are you will really like this one. I feel like during Halloween we should play this sort of game, although I really don't want to pay for a multiplayer game.
You stole my money!
You can play as 3 clowns that are chasing down the humans to fight to survive, as they are trying to find spark plugs to fix boats and teleporters, but the clowns will use their guns and crazy abilities to turn them into cotton candy cocoons to trigger the clown-pocalypse. As you level up on both the clowns and humans, you unlock new cosmetics, increased health and speed. I need to see more of this. Rider Spirits drops June the 7th, and for you oldies like me, basically looks like Mario Kart 64. It's only like $4.99, but if I was to play something like this, I would probably just play Mario Kart on my Switch. Slim Rancher 2 is coming June the 11th and originally on Xbox, and it looks like a fun first-person shooter if you like shooting slime. There's been some decent improvements to the gameplay from the original. It's all about harvesting crops, feeding them to slime, and restoring or selling them. It's around 10 hours to complete, and if you're a completionist, this will probably be another 8 to 10 hours. V-Rising looks pretty crazy. You can fully customize your vampire, as you're a newly resurrected vampire in a world where humans have mostly pushed your kind away. There isn't a lot of story described at the start of the game, what I've heard, but it starts opening up later on in the game, so you have to piece up the content for yourself. There is a lot to craft, find upgrades, and you can even build and customize your own vampire castle, which looks pretty crazy. I love these sort of games with the whole customization, your castle or your house. Yeah, this looks kind of cool. Shin Megami Tensei is coming 14th of June. Another JRPG, and if you really like turn-based combat, then you might like this one. It's broken into 4 open world areas, and there are a lot of secrets and collectibles to help bolster your weaponry. Set in modern day Tokyo, as you play as an ordinary high school student, and his school friends are caught up in an earthquake and transported to an apocalyptic version of Tokyo. And there's battles between demons and angels. You'll build up a team of demons, and you can use 3 at any time in your party. This actually looks pretty complicated, so get ready to die. Now, I haven't seen any promotion for Still Wakes the Deep. Definitely caught my eye. I don't understand why this wasn't shown in the state of play. Based in the 1970s on an oil rig. Yeah, there isn't a lot of emphasis on actual combat, but this is more of an exploration game. The attention to detail is quite impressive, and this is all just like playing through the story. I could imagine this is something like Edith Finch, where there's not much involved, but it's more exploration and piecing the story together. Now, on the 21st of June, I know everyone's been waiting for this Elden Ring's DLC with Shadow of the Erdtree. Damn, I need to complete Elden Ring as soon as possible. You don't need to complete the base game, but you do need to be relatively strong. Finally, I beat the damn fire giant, and it's taken me over 2 years to do it. Luckily, you guys convinced me, and we did it. We freaking did it. Oh my gosh. You will need to complete 2 bosses, and that is Mog, Lord of Blood, and Radahn. Mog? Is that how you say it? Mahog? Mahog? I haven't beaten Mog. I'm just going to say Mog. But I have beaten Radahn. And Radahn was one of the flipping hardest bosses. Probably harder than the fire giant when I think about it. It's like once I got to know the fire giant. Nah, it was still hard. I don't know. But yeah, you need to beat those 2 bosses. And there are 10 new bosses in this DLC. What? What? No!
gosh.
Until then, drops 25th of June, and it is a narrative adventure game inspired by the Philippines. You play as a guy called Mark, and you just go along your normal school days doing normal things with relationships until you realize something more is going on. This is based off little mini games, which I haven't seen too much gameplay to. And to finish off June, we have Spy X Anya, Operation Memories, where you play as a little girl, and your goal is to create a photo album. And as you get to experience these different places and complete your diary, there is also over 15 mini games in this game. Kicking off July, we have The First Descendant, and we saw this at Summer Game Fest. Yes, it was a CGI trailer with some of the best music, but this is a multiplayer game. Third-person co-op RPG, looter shooter, where your mission is to combat alien invaders. The Vulgars, who crossed dimensions over 100 years ago, have brought with them the devastating Colossi and destruction. Players will encounter spectacular stories of forces fighting over the Ironheart as they go stronger through various missions and raids. We have Final Fantasy XIV's expansion coming out with Dawn Trail, and I have spoken about this game in a previous video. And along with this expansion, which is going to be massive, there's actually going to be an overhaul of graphics, bringing it to current gen, so improving fidelity, character models. With Dawn Trail, you have access to a brand new story and a new area. Even if you haven't played Final Fantasy XIV, you can pick up and play. I actually got addicted to this MMO, and at first it was a bit complicated with the UI and stuff, but then I found myself getting quite addicted because I just wanted more. It was so endless and massive that I was like, I just want to keep going, and that can be a problem sometimes. You can get addictive too much. On the 4th of July, we have a very interesting game that visually looks up my street with Zenless Zone Hero. At first I thought it was an online game,
But it isn't.
They made Genshin Impact, which is a very, very popular online game, so I'm actually interested in this. There are different playable characters based off your playstyle, and you have your own hub that you can visit in between missions. You can have other characters join your party, like a lot of characters. It's a single player game, and what I'm seeing is that you can basically pick the route you want to go down, and you will get different rewards depending on what route you choose. You can switch between characters, and this is like $10 on store, so I assume there's going to be a lot of microtransactions, but this is quite detailed. This really, I'm actually really interested in this. If you love the Legends of Heroes series, then Trails Through the Daybreak is coming July 5th. If you're like me, chances are you're going to need to go back and play some of these previous ones. I'm not sure how many there are, but chances are I probably won't play this. What is cool about the game, I believe you can switch or choose between turn-based combat and action, which is pretty cool depending on what you like. It's quite good for any newcomer or people put off by turn-based. And I heard the series has incredible music. If any of you have actually played this series, let me know. We have a VR coming out 9th of July with Spin Rhythm. And if you didn't know already, I finally bought a VR2. I haven't opened it yet. I want to do the first playthrough when I'm on stream, and I want to get a video out of the unboxing. Elsa's going on holiday soon, so more streams. It looks like Guitar Hero, but with over 60 tracks, this just looks like a lot of fun, especially if you have people around. It's not all about button mashing, as it's all about using the D-pad, the motion control, and if you're using VR2, then it's even more immersive. Man, I can't wait to use my VR2. Sunnyside is a game based in the Japanese countryside as you help Sparky uncover lost memories. Not just that, you have to build your community and build the economy by building up your farm and your home. There seems to be so much detail in what you can build and what you can decorate with. Like, it's crazy detail. Customize your own character, build relationships even. Looks like this is a sort of game some of you actually have some chill time to. It'll make you calmer, you know? Not like those other games. On 15th of July, you have Darkest Dungeon 2, a roguelike RPG, and a sequel to anyone who has played the first one back in 2015. Looks freaking complicated to me, but the art style looks really beautiful. And with the sequel, it's quite different from the original, as you have this traveling coach that will unlock currency and upgrades for your coach and stats. Again, seeing the reception of this game, a lot of people love the series, especially the narrating. Okay, his voice does sound pretty epic.
The point of no return welcomes you.
It's now 3D instead of 2D, and there's a lot of improvement with the animations. Asphalt Legends is coming 17th of July, and I can't believe this driving series is still going. Feels like more of a mobile game, must be doing well though. I'm trying to find some gameplay for this game, and literally I can't find anything anywhere. It's a bit concerning really, isn't it? EA Sports College Football 25 on the 19th of July, and there's a lot of people that have been waiting for this. If you love American college football, then you will be able to enjoy fast-paced gameplay unique to college football football. This game will have an IQ gameplay feature set which includes a wear and tear system, player abilities, and home field advantage. It also has this mode called Dynasty mode, which puts you in the shoes of any coach of any NCAA football team. You can go for a big team or a small team, and you can establish your coaching staff, recruit the best talent, and more. I just wish EA would focus so much more on career mode in EA whatever it's called now. I might actually go back to that game.
Yes, I have an idea. Yeah, for the next FC 25.
Okay.
Well, basically, we're going to add more money into Ultimate Team, and then if they have to pay
Oh,
for the
heck's
football,
sake.
if they don't have it in the game, they have to pay extra. We're going to make more money.
I believe him.
Oh, I know. I'm the Neil Druckmann of sports games.
Earth Defense Force 6 was announced a while back, and that is dropping on the 24th, which you have to protect Earth from these aliens. Interesting. Ever played or heard about this series? It looks like a bit of older sort of style graphics. And finishing off July, we have Smite 2, a free-to-play action game which actually looks so close to Immortals Phoenix Rising. Man, I wish they would do a sequel to that game. But this looks so cool because you can turn your enemies into stone by being Medusa. There are over 100 playable gods to play with, which is crazy. You can wield Thor's hammers. And this looks pretty addictive. This looks like my sort of game. The only problem I've seen online, a lot of people complaining, is that from the first game to the second, you can't bring over your skins. If you spent like £300 on skins, that's kind of your fault. It's like if they brought out a completely different game of Fortnite 2 and then all of a sudden you lose all your skins. Do you know what I mean? And kicking off August, we have Toomba Special Edition, which I never played the previous, as this is a very old franchise. This is an enhanced version from the game back in '97, which is quite crazy. So making those improvements for the audience that love the original. We have Cat Quest 3 that actually got shown at that State of Play. I remember we were watching it. Was it a showcase or a State of Play? And I was like, what the hell is this game?
Cat Quest.
What the hell is this?
Be patient. Didn't come here for this. All right. I want the big ass titles.
But the thing is that this actually looks quite good. You have local co-op and you get on your own ships, you fight other pirates and enemies, and it looks pretty neat.
Still a better game than Skull and Bones.
Damn.
And you have normal combat as well. Also on the 8th, there is Steam World Heist 2. And again, this is like a pirate game as you travel the seas. You can equip and upgrade your crew with this turn-based gunfights that look quite jokes. Reminds me of Angry Birds, just the way you have to bounce your shots and calculate them so you can take them down. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Isekai Chronicles is coming August 8th. Jesus, what a name.
Je découpe plow.
With this RPG, you will experience epic battles, which look so neat, and I love the Japanese language. This looks quite impressive. You can build relationships with other characters, and if you max out your relationships, you can learn new moves. But you can also build a freaking city in the game. This is how you will max out your relationships. I definitely need to see more of this. And who remembers flipping Rugrats? Oh my gosh. It looks a little bit like a copy and paste old school Mario game, but it's quite cool as it mixes like the old school retro graphics into the modern. So if there's anyone that still likes Rugrats. On the August 20th, do I need to say more about Black Myth Wukong? As I said in a previous video, I have seen enough of this damn game. I want to play it. I just want to experience this. The graphics look beautiful. The action. I'm glad it's not an open world game. There are so many abilities that you'll be able to use. Tales from Toyotaki. I don't know anything about this game, so there's just a trailer. And plus it's in Japanese, so I couldn't understand the story or anything on screen. All I know is that you travel to stay with your grandfather on this remote island, and he's not there, so you look for a place to sleep. You meet another person and you forge this path together, and their magical story unfolds. I bet you're all excited for Concord coming soon, huh? Hey, you're excited for Concord, huh? Okay, hey, you're excited for Concord, innit? You know, these kids that play Fortnite all the time, you stop playing Fortnite for Concord?
No, I love Fortnite. Fortnite.
Well, it's a live service PvP, and apart from that very long cinematic trailer that took over the whole State of Play for a cinematic trailer for a multiplayer game, I don't see a lot of people excited for this. If it was a story-driven game, I would have actually been a little bit more interested, even though it looked like a copy and paste Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. If it was a story-driven game, I would be more interested in that. Gundam Breaking 4, August 29th, where you can build your ultimate Gunpla. Gunpla. You can build your Gunpla, and with the enemies that you beat, you will be able to use these parts on yours. The emphasis on this game is the customization. 29th, we have a magical RPG where you can craft many different weapons and magic. This looks like it has a lot of potential for a fun, chilled game, and there seems that there is a lot to do. And finishing off August, Star Wars Outlaws. We finally got to see some gameplay, and I'm not really sure what to think of this game. It does look like a beautiful game. The graphics looks brilliant. I also like the fact that when you're riding in your ship, instead of a loading screen, it's quite hidden where you go through the atmosphere and then you land on that planet. It's a Ubisoft game. Will it get boring very quickly with the open world and the side activities? I have seen some YouTubers say that they've played some of the demo and they say that it doesn't seem very hard. They didn't give any description whether it would get harder. It just seemed a bit easy. The gameplay we've seen looks great. Because it's a Ubisoft game, how boring will it get? What do you think about the games coming this summer? What ones have you caught your eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. And before we get onto the merch, let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. Summer Game Fest reaction, VR2 news, you know, the news video. Shout out to Sack Desire. Man, I'm so disappointed that Ben Studios' next game is a live service game. Man, it's frustrating. And thanks for the comment, bro. And yeah, we spoke about that new IP and that Sony is spending so much more money on this live service game than they would have on Days Gone 2. The only thing that's keeping me hopeful, if this game is not in the Days Gone universe, this live service game, I feel like it's a no-no for me. I think a lot of people will be disappointed. I really hope that it is. They would kill it if it's a Days Gone universe, open world. You can build your bases and kill zombies. But we have to see. We'll have to see. And yeah, what do you think? Are you going to be excited for another live service game? Would you be interested in it if it was to do with the Days Gone universe? And just to let you know, in the next couple of days, or the next day or so as of this video, we will be launching the merch, and this looks absolutely crazy. This might even be made into a comic book one day. On stream, one of you said, does it come in black? It didn't, but we've made a black one, and I've ordered the stuff. It's all going to be up there, and there's going to be a discount. Thank you to you guys for supporting, but it looks flipping epic. I want to wear it to the gym. Yeah. See ya.